Hello and a very warm welcome to all the beautiful women around the globe connecting now to today's class with me. I'm Helga, and when you are ready, simply come and place your yoga mat in your home and come and sit in the middle of it. You can sit just as I am on your heels and just take a moment to get into that shape. Maybe place your palms of hands on the thighs. If this position gets uncomfortable at any point, you can always just change and sit cross-legged or find just any seated position that suits you. But if it's okay, we are going to start together here, sitting on the heels. With the hands maybe placed on the thighs or maybe on the heart center or belly. Just taking a moment to arrive, to connect. So softening your face here and relaxing your shoulders, opening your heart space, letting your sit upright and tall, alive but relaxed. And if there is any tension in your body, if you're feeling yourself carrying anything from the day or from the morning so far, just let that all go. Unburden yourself of anything that you don't need right now on your mat, in your body. And then to open the class today, we're going to do 10 rounds of a breath called the Circle of Joy that I really like. It helps me to just be in my body and to relax and to find radiance within. So I'll demonstrate one. So it goes like this. Then we'll do it together. We inhale, palms together. Exhale out. Inhale, palms up. And exhale, arms come down, and they join again, and we continue. So let's do it together now. 10 rounds. Inhale. Exhale out. Inhale, arms up. And exhale out to the side. And again, inhale. And sigh out, push. Inhale, arms up. And release breath, arms out to the extremities. Joining back again, third round, inhale. Exhale, push. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, push out. Fourth round, taking breath. Releasing breath. Inhale up. And exhale, hands out. Fifth round on your own, joining the hands. And again together. Inhale, joining hands. Exhale, push forward. Inhale, arms up to sky. And release breath, fingertips out. And again, inhale, joining the hands. And exhale, push out. Draw in breath, arms up. And exhale, arms to the side. Eighth round, joining hands. Exhale out. Inhale, arms to sky. And exhale, fingertips out. Ninth round on your own, joining the hands. Inhale. And last round together, let's make it count. Inhaling, joining hands at the heart center. Exhale, pushing the hands out, rounding the back. Inhale, arms up to sky, tall. And exhale, pushing the arms out and back on the thighs. We are done. Beautifully done. When you are ready, simply find a tabletop position in the middle of your mat. Shaking your legs a little bit. So nice tabletop. The hands are under the shoulders here and the knees under the hips. Focusing your attention on your spine, on your back, as we take a few cat-cows. So inhaling, looking up, and then exhaling, looking down, rounding the back. Take a few of those in your own time with the arms straight. Beautiful cat-cow movements. And as you look down, really letting your head drop. Relaxing those ears, that jaw. Make this your last round. And find your neutral tabletop again. Now from here, extending your right leg to the front, your right arm in front of you and the left leg behind you in a nice straight line. Looking down on your yoga mat. Now taking this out to the side, so keeping your arm and leg extended, just taking it out to the side. Challenge your balance here and your strength, and then back to center. And then once more out to the side. Breathing here and back to center. Place your foot and hand down on the mat. And we'll do the same on the other side. Extend your left arm in front of you, right leg, push through the heel. Just finding your center here, squeezing your core. Looking down on the mat and then taking this out to the sides with control. Really feeling your body as you do this. And back to center. And again out to the sides. And back to center. Place everything down. Now take your knees out a little bit wide and find child's pose. So sitting on your heels, extending your arms and just letting your forehead fall softly on the mat. If the forehead doesn't touch the mat, or if it feels a bit too much on the lower back, feel free to put your hands under your forehead as a pillow. So this is our child's pose, and we're going to be doing that one quite a bit today. We're going to be switching from child's pose to other positions and then coming back to it. So on your next inhale, pushing your hands on the mat, lifting your upper body. Keep your hips up in the air, but take your knees back under your hips. And slide into extended puppy. So hands come quite a bit forth here, front of the mat. And then we lean with the heart space down. So maybe it's your forehead that touches the mat, maybe the nose or your chin, or even your chest. So just let yourself fall down, melt into the ground. Don't overthink it too much. So for me right now, it's the nose that come and touch the mat, so I'm not going to push further. And then softly switch back to your child's pose. So space between the knees, sitting on the heels, forehead on the mat. Option to have the hands under the head. Breathing into the hips here. This is a beautiful opener for the hips. Relaxing the lower back, the head, the arms. And on your next inhale, sliding back into extended puppy. Let yourself just really feel into your body. We have a tendency to always think with our head, but this time you're just letting your body guide you. So now for me, compared to the first extended puppy, it's not my nose, but my mouth or chin, sort of my lips that are touching the mat. So I'm just letting myself fall into that pose. And then find your child's pose again. Maybe you want to take your knees out even further in this child's pose. Breathing softly and fully here into your body. And staying as you are in your child's pose, turn your head a little bit around. So just massaging your forehead, look over to your right and then over to your left. And then head back to center. On your next inhale, push yourself out of child's pose and come and simply lay on your stomach here for locust pose. So flat here on the stomach, just looking down at the mat, the forehead can touch the mat. And then the arms are gonna come behind you. And then we lift the head off the mat, still looking at the mat. And the arms are off the mat as well, squeezing the shoulders. And then I take my feet and knees off the mat, still looking down at the ground. And the legs and feet are not touching, but they're very, very close. So just holding this shape, really squeezing everything. And then find your child's pose again. Just take your time. Hands on the mat, pushing up. Separate the knees and fall into your beautiful child's pose here. Relaxing the mouth, the tongue, the ears, and the forehead. Very slowly come back into the stomach on the yoga mat for locust again. So belly on the mat, arms come behind me. The forehead can touch the mat for a second as we set up the pose. And then when you are ready, taking the forehead off, just looking at the mat, taking the arms off, squeezing the shoulder blades, and then finally taking the feet and knees off as well. So it's really the pubic bones, the belly, and almost the ribs that are sort of pushing down into the mat, into the ground, as you squeeze everything else a little bit upwards and close together. And just looking at the mat, the neck is relaxed. Now, option to stay here or to take the arms in front of you. So still keeping the same shape, but taking the arms in front of you, and you can also look slightly more in front of you rather than down on the mat. And then maybe you want to take the arms behind you again. Squeezing, squeezing. And when you're ready, find your child's pose again. Beautiful flow, graceful movements. Nice long arms. You still, of course, have the option of putting your palms under your head if that's better for you. And just notice a little bit how you feel in your spine, in your hips. And then gently push back up and find your tabletop again. So tabletop here, the hands are under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. And we're gonna come from here into low lunge. So taking your right foot in front of you where the hands were, sliding the hips a little bit forward. The hands can be here on the thigh, and you can sort of do little movements here back and front to just feel into that stretch. Or if you don't feel like doing that, you can also just take your arms all the way up here in a little pistol, push your hip forward and stay without moving in this beautiful low lunge. So whatever option is best for you, movement, little tilts, or still motion. And gently releasing this pose and find your tabletop again. Take a moment to breathe, to recenter yourself. And then we come into low lunge on the other side. So taking the palms off the mat, sliding the left foot to the front. And then pushing those hips a little bit forward. Option to tilt with the hands on the thigh. Or to come into low lunge here with the arms up in a pistol and find stillness. Beautiful. Now take your arms down, back to the mat, slide that left foot back as well. And let's hop into down dog. So anchoring the hands first, little bit of space between the fingers, nice stable hands. And then tucking the toes under, and I come and lift my hips, knees off the ground. I separate my feet a little. So in down dog here, you can stay still in down dog, or you can walk the dog, meaning bending one knee then the other. Or perhaps you want to take both knees down very close to the ground and then straighten again. So feel into which down dog you fancy. Just really letting your body guide you. No need to overthink this too much. Find joy and fun and a bit of release here. Relaxing your neck, just letting your head hang. Feeling that connection of the toes of the foot on the mat. Really pushing those hips back. And And eventually slowly place your knees back on the mat. Sit on the ground and find a beautiful butterfly. So joining the soles of feet together. Just taking your sweet time to get into this shape, no rush. Feeling the toes and the sole of feet and the heels touching and joining together. And then maybe you want to walk yourself closer to your heels until you find that very sweet spot where you're both quite comfortable, but also really feeling that stretch quite a bit here in the inner thighs. Not so much that it hurts, of course, or anything, but just enough. And then you can surrender to the pose and no longer move. You're very welcome to close your eyes here if that feels good. Just relax yourself completely with the eyes soft. And just reminding yourself here that you are a woman on this earth. You have a lot of joy and beauty and creativity and inspiration to connect to in daily life. So open your heart a little bit here and let yourself just receive anything that you're meant to receive. Feeling the sitting bones really anchor into the ground here, growing roots. And letting your knees really fall out. No need to control the knees or hold them up in any way. Just really let them fall and maybe relax your belly a bit more here as well. Now from your butterfly, grab hold of your big toes and then come and kick your legs up in the air. It's okay if you fall or anything, that's fine. We're not here to be too serious, but just give this a go. So kicking the heels off the ground into a V shape here up in the air. You can have the knees slightly bent or legs straight. And I'm just looking right ahead in front of me. Whoop, and it's okay if you fall out of the pose. You just get straight back in. Using your breath and your gaze to help you, so just fixing a point. Lovely. And for our final pose of today's class, we'll come into a beautiful shoulder stand. So I'll give you two options. So full shoulder stand, just laying on the back, taking the hips up. Maybe you can give yourself a little kick back and forth to get into the pose. And then eventually legs up in the air straight and supporting myself with my hands on the lower back. And my neck is not moving, I'm looking right between my toes. So this is option one. Option two would be still on my back, but hands flat on the yoga mat, a little bit under the butt here. Each hand under each butt cheek, basically. And then just lifting those legs up. So still the same effect, just different feel. So option one or two. Shoulder stand, give this a go. And it's really, really good to have the legs above the head sometimes, above the heart. To let your energy flow like this as well. And one last breath here, soft, full inhale. And exhale. And carefully and softly, just one vertebra at a time, come back down. If you had your hands under the buttocks, just gently take them off. And come and find a seated position in the middle of the mat. To close the practice together, I'd like to invite you to press the thumb against the index finger just like this, and then place the hands on the knees. Really feeling into your heart space, feeling into your belly and the hips and the back. And maybe your face as well, your shoulders, and just notice how you feel now. May you have strength and beauty and inspiration for the rest of your day or your evening. Thank you so much for practicing, and I will see you next time. Take care.